Distinguished Governor General, Mr. Cyril Charles, distinguished guests and the host of the ceremony, ladies and gentlemen. It's for me a great honor to be here as Polish ambassador to St. Lucia and to present my letters of credence to you. It's for me a great honor, it's also a pleasure to be here after a long time of waiting to finally achieve this visit. I know that there were some obstacles like the pandemics that didn't allow me to come earlier to your beautiful country, but as they say, sometimes good things, sometimes you have to wait a little bit to achieve really good things. So I'm very happy to be here. This is my first time in St. Lucia, and I have already the opportunity to be enchanted with the beautiful landscapes of your country and the warmth of its inhabitants. As the Polish ambassador in St. Lucia, my priorities are and will be to deepen and broaden our relationship between Poland and St. Lucia, that despite the geographical distance between our two countries, have a great potential. And I'm ready to make the best use of this potential. Poland and St. Lucia are two countries that share the same values, like our respect and support for democracy, human rights, civil freedoms, peace, and international security. This is particularly important now, given the complicated international situation and many threats to international security and peace. I mean particularly the Russian aggression against Ukraine, but also the conflict in the Gaza Strip in the Middle East, which worry us and which require international solidarity in action to stop the war and achieve a durable peace. In this context, I would like to express my gratitude to you and to St. Lucia authorities for your support and voting of the UN resolutions expressing solidarity with Ukraine and condemning the Russian aggression against that country. I think that we have an interesting perspective of collaboration within multilateral fora like United Nations, based off our common values, supporting UN resolutions to achieve peace in the world, but also mutually supporting our candidates for important international institutions and organizations. I also see a great potential of our economic and trade cooperation. In this context, I'm pleased to say that the volume of our trade exchange is growing. It's constantly growing. According to the figures of the Polish statistical authorities, in last year, Polish exports to St. Lucia amounted to $354,000, which is much more than the year before. Maybe the figure itself is not that impressive, but it shows a constant tendency of growing trade between our countries. So I think that we can use this potential of trade and investment to develop our relationship, and Poland and Polish companies are ready to participate in important programs in St. Lucia to build and modernize the infrastructure I mean building roads and modernizing seaports, airports, infrastructure for water and telecommunications to improve the standard of living of St. Lucia inhabitants. And Poland is ready to offer its technologies, its investment, its support in the development of St. Lucia infrastructure and social projects. I see an interesting potential in academic cooperation. Poland has an excellent university education system that young people from St. Lucia can benefit of. We offer scholarships for students from other countries. I would like to mention a Stefan Banach scholarship for technical engineering and natural science careers. So we offer scholarships, but also we offer interesting opportunities of studying in Poland of good quality and a cheap price. So it's good to study in Poland because we offer good academic programs in English for foreign students, which are, I dare say, much cheaper, much less expensive than in other European countries. So students and young people from St. Lucia are more than welcome to study in Poland and to visit Poland. We also have, we know that St. Lucia is a very interesting country that attracts lots of foreign tourists. So I would be very happy to come again here to enjoy the tourist attractions of St. Lucia, beautiful beaches and sea and nature and climate, but also I would like to encourage St. Lucia inhabitants, people, to visit Poland, which has a lot of tourist attractions, which is located in the center of Europe, which makes it an attractive country for tourists, but also for entrepreneurs. We are located in the center of Europe. We have a qualified workforce. We are members of the European Union. We can be a hub for foreign investments. I mean, for St. Lucia companies who wish to invest in Poland. We offer, the Polish government offers a lot of facilities to foreign investors. And let me also mention the recent visit of our consul, Oskar Grądziel, who was here in St. Lucia in December last year. He met with the permanent secretary of the Ministry of External Affairs of that time, and they discussed possibilities of very specific cooperation within the fields of agriculture, education, but also civil security. Poland has an interesting offer in agriculture. I mean technologies, I mean heavy machinery, I mean equipment, I mean diversification of crops. For example, Poland has a lot of experience in potato growing, so we can offer our experience, scientific and agricultural experience in this field. Also in civil security, Poland has a lot of experience in forensic science, which can be offered to St. Lucia authorities and companies. And we are also, well, I think that, well, unfortunately, I can't be present here for a lot of time because I'm posted in Colombia. I would love to be able to come here more frequently, but when I'm absent here, our intention is to appoint a Polish honorary consul in St. Lucia, and he will be, in fact, our ambassador here when he is appointed. Well, the process is ongoing, so we hope to be able to appoint him soon, which will contribute to strengthening of our contacts and bilateral relationship. So, Mr. Governor General, thank you very much for receiving me here. Thank thank you very much, all of you, and the people from the Ministry of External Affairs who are hosting me here and who are taking care of me. I feel very, very well taken care of here. And I hope that the relationship between Poland and St. Lucia will broaden, will strengthen, and I strongly believe that today's ceremony of presentation of my letters of credence to you, distinguished Governor General, will be the beginning of a new chapter of bilateral relationship in order to offer our nations a possibility to grow, to develop, to know each other better, and to have a better life in future. Thank you very much, and I'm at your disposal in Colombia and St. Lucia in Poland to offer you any kind of cooperation you might wish to develop. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to St. Lucia and to accept the letters of credence by which your President, Andrzej Duda, accredits you as Ambassador Designate of the Republic of Poland to St. Lucia. These will be laid in due course before His Majesty the King. Excellency, since establishing diplomatic relations on the 24th of May 2000, our two countries have not had the opportunity to broaden ties bilaterally in areas of common interest. Although on the international scene, Poland has proved to be a most reliable ally in lending support to small nations like St. Lucia on positions where there are strong mutual interests. We share a common vision for global peace and prosperity, articulated in the universal values of the United Nations Charter, and where there is determination, sincerity of purpose, and common will among like-minded members of the international community, cooperation is inevitable. To this end, St. Lucia notes and welcomes whatever efforts you may make towards deepening our political, academic, and cultural cooperation between our two nations. A world where the focus is on sustainable development and alleviation of poverty may seem utopian to the more developed countries, but as small, vulnerable economies hampered by the effects of climate change and wars, St. Lucia cannot be more vocal in pursuing these goals, as they not only guarantee stability, but our very survival as well. However, the malaise of size makes it difficult to achieve the critical mass that allows us to compete in the arena where GDP per capita has become a tool for developed nations to ostracize small states like ours from low-cost development funding, thus retarding our progress towards a comfortable degree of sustainability. As your country is a member of the European Union, where some of the toughest opposition to our aims and aspirations arise, perhaps we can ask for your assistance in getting some of the more vocal members to understand that measures we take are aimed towards the greater good of our people and mankind in general. Like your country, we support the rule of law, the sovereignty of nations, and a democratic existence. Your Excellency, there are several areas where my small country can benefit from the reservoir of knowledge Poland has acquired. In infrastructure development, energy generation, education, and telecommunications. And we would wish to explore the possibility of tapping into these zones of expertise to help us combat existing issues that surface from time to time in our productive sector. As the world appears to be approaching an irreversible curve in the ability of industrial nations and more developed countries to save the planet from the scourge of climate change, more than ever, we are depending on countries like Poland for their continuing support to efforts in asking these nations to lower their carbon emissions to tolerable levels, if only for small island states like us to survive. Directly leading from this is the need to build expertise in disaster mitigation and management techniques, given our vulnerability to hurricanes and earthquakes. We would also welcome the opportunity for our youth to gain knowledge and experience through studies at your universities in disciplines that would contribute to professional growth and help to restore the brain drain we suffer annually, losing our skilled individuals to more advanced societies in the developed world. Your Excellency, we acknowledge that trade is essential to the growth and stability of nations, and our officials will look forward to extensive discussion with you towards improving bilateral trade and investment between our two countries, investigating new avenues for cooperation. Our country will always be on the lookout for new markets if we are to remain competitive. Therefore, it would be timely for us to pursue plans with your government to create an enabling environment that would allow Polish tourists to visit St. Lucia as an easily accessible destination. We can seek to capitalize on such opportunities through increased marketing efforts, along with buying by the international airline companies. Your Excellency, as war again rears its ugly head, particularly in Europe, let us continue to lend our voices, like we have done in the past, among with other like-minded nations in pursuit of lasting peace, not only for our time, but for all times. Finally, I wish you, Your Excellency, a rewarding tour of duty among us. Please convey to your President and the government and people of Poland my very best wishes for continued harmony and prosperity. These wishes also come from the government and the people of St. Lucia. Thank you.